Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another episode. In this episode, I'm going to give you a rundown of my top picks for Bluetooth speakers that you can buy right now. And these are speakers that I have owned, I have used extensively, and I have reviewed, and I can vouch for. So there is nothing biased happening here. I'm not being paid by these companies, nothing of that sort. It's just speakers that I have used, I really enjoy listening to, and I think it would be really helpful for anyone who's on the lookout to buy speakers in different price brackets right now. So I think such people would really benefit from watching this video. But before we begin, if you do enjoy watching my videos and like the content I make, please consider smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And after watching this video, if you do decide to pick up any of these speakers, my only request is please use the link of these speakers given in the description below to make your purchase. You have my word, it's not going to cost you anything extra. But you guys will be helping me run this channel and produce more such helpful and high quality content just for you guys. Alright, so with that said, let's begin. Alright, so like I said, these fall under different price brackets. So the ceiling I've set is 5,000 rupees for this episode and as low as possible. So you don't get anything lower than 999 or 1,000 rupees. So starting off with that list, we have the MIVI Roam 2, which is this guy right here. Now, I have obviously reviewed this already, so I'm not going to waste your time by going over what the pros and cons are. But all I'm going to say is that for 999 rupees or 1,000 rupees, this speaker comes with a very above average, rather a really good build quality. The sound is surprisingly impactful, if that makes sense. It does have a few shortcomings, which I have mentioned in my review of this. But even in 2022, if your budget is 1,000 rupees and you want something that sounds quite loud and does have an impact, then the MIVI Roam 2 is definitely something you can consider. Alright, now moving forward, something that also falls under the 1,000 rupee category and sometimes a bit above that, but on offer, if you're on the lookout, sometimes it does sell for 999 and the max you're going to get it for is like, I think 1,100 rupees. But even for that price, what we have next is the TAG Sonic Angle Mini. Now, this is the little brother of the TAG Sonic Angle 1, which is the larger version of this. Now, like the larger version, the TAG Sonic Angle Mini has a sound that, surprisingly for its size, it's got really punchy bass, it's got very nice highs and mids, and obviously I have reviewed this individually, like there is a dedicated video for this as well, you can check that out. But all I'm going to say is that if really ultra portable is a factor when you're choosing the speaker, or if budget is a constraint, then the TAG Sonic Angle Mini is something that won't disappoint. Yes, it's meant for personal listening sessions, not for group listening session, because it's really really tiny and there's only so much impact it's going to have. But even if you're getting this just for yourself, to keep it by your bedside and listen to music or watch movies, the TAG Sonic Angle Mini is something that you should definitely consider looking into, because even for its size, it does pack a punch. Okay, so next on the list, I have the Boardstone 620. Now, obviously, there is a dedicated episode for this as well, which you can check out to learn in detail about the sound quality. But I'm going to say that for its price, under 2,000 rupees, obviously, under that price bracket, it comes with a really nice feeling. I mean, the build quality is really nice, very impressive. It has a balanced sound, and for its price, for its build quality, and the fact that it sounds rather nice, because Boat has been tuning its speakers to sound better and better with each iteration. I mean, there's only so much difference that they can make. I mean, the looks are going to differ and maybe a battery capacity, but feature-wise, it's more or less going to be the same. So I would suggest you first check out my dedicated review of this to hear the sound test and decide for yourselves what you think, and to learn in detail what I think about how it produces the three frequencies, like I always keep saying. All right, up next, we have the ever popular, this sound drum, the Portronics sound drum, the original one. Now, these were one of the early speakers that I have reviewed on my channel, and it was, well, really popular. This for a long time was my favorite speaker. For its size, it was amazing the type of volume and punchy bass that it produced. Obviously, once I started comparing this to many other speakers from different price brackets, I understood where this falls short, where the quality could have been better. But for something that you can get for sometimes 1500 rupees when on offer, but definitely something that is always below 2000 rupees with so many connectivity options and this form factor, the sound of the Boardstone sound drum is still by far some of the most impressive sounds that you'll hear in a speaker. Now, I always mention that Boardstone has a tendency to over sharpen the frequencies. It's not a deal breaker by any means. Rather, you'd be really impressed. I mean, people are really impressed by the sheer volume and clarity or sharpness because most won't really care about a very balanced audio quality because these are consumer grade speakers. But for the price, for the feature set that it packs and the build quality, and obviously the audio quality, the sound drum is still one of the really popular speakers and value for money speakers that you can pick up even now. But just make sure that whatever speakers you pick up, make sure you read the fine print and make sure you get the ones with Bluetooth version 5 because many companies right now, they are re-releasing their existing speaker lineup with the latest Bluetooth version. But even if that is not the case and you still want to get something, you definitely should consider the Boardstone sound drum. And obviously there is a dedicated review of this speaker as well on my channel. So definitely check that out if you want to learn in detail about the sound quality. So the Boardstone sound drum, a very worthy competitor. Okay, up next, now we have the Boardstone 650. Now this, to this day, still remains very popular with the masses. This is something that people are still buying in 2022, and I think they have also re-released this speaker with Bluetooth version 5 now. When I got it, it was Bluetooth version 4.2, I guess. Now, this is a very robust speaker, has a sound that really packs a punch, and again, you should watch my dedicated review of this to learn about the audio quality and what I had to say about this. But if, again, your budget is below 2000 rupees or 2000 is the limit, then the Boardstone 650 is something you should also consider in your search for your next Bluetooth speaker because even now, this does have a really nice and enjoyable sound and the build quality is really robust. So something that you should definitely have in your arsenal if your budget is under 2000 rupees. So the Boardstone 650, something you should and can check out. Okay, so next up, we have a speaker that has had one of the most profound effects on me because for its size, the bass response was amazing and it's just one of those speakers that you still keep recommending again and again because of how impressive it was since day one. And that is the TAG Sonic Angle 1. Supposedly, this is a 10 watt speaker, but trust me, for its wattage, it sounds phenomenal. I mean, the bass response, the loudness, the impact it has, it can go toe to toe with speakers that are way above its price range. So I obviously have a dedicated review of the TAG Sonic Angle 1, which you should definitely check out if you want to listen to the sound test and learn about what are the things that I said they could improve upon and what are the things I love about this. But if your budget is 2000 rupees and you want something that really packs a punch in terms of bass and volume, then the TAG Sonic Angle 1 is definitely something you should check out and you won't be disappointed at all. Now, another speaker which unfortunately I don't have with me right now in my studio, but something that I have reviewed on my channel and I leave a card to that. You can check out the review of that to learn about it. And that is the Tribit X Sound Go. Now, that is a speaker that has one of the most phenomenal battery life that I've found in a speaker. It's got one of the most balanced sound output with the right amount of bass, the right amount of highs and mids. And I think right now they've also come out with an updated version where it packs Bluetooth version 5. I think they've even increased the RMS output. So for its price, under the 3000 rupee bracket, it is one of your, it should be one of your go-to considerations if balanced sound and pristine sound is what you want, I would still suggest you do check out my dedicated review of the Tribit X Sound Go, but it is one of those speakers that really will last you for so long, and the sound is really, really impressive. So the Tribit X Sound Go, check out my review, and it's also something that you should check out if your budget is under 3,000 rupees. Now, speaking of speakers that I don't have in my studio, but I do recommend, is the Soundrum Plus from Portronics. So I don't have it in my studio, but it's one of those speakers that I've used a lot. Now, that is a definite upgrade over the Portronics Soundrum. So if you want something, say you have the Soundrum and you want to get the next best thing from Portronics, I would suggest you get the Portronics Soundrum Plus. It's bigger, the sound is more beefy, it packs a punch, the bass is better, you have a dedicated bass mode as well, which definitely adds more bass. Now, again, I do have a dedicated review of the Portronics Soundrum Plus, which you should definitely check out to learn more about in detail about its sound quality, and you can even hear the sound test. But it's one of the speakers that the more I heard, the more I enjoyed. So the Portronics Soundrum Plus under the 3,000 rupee bracket is something that you should definitely check out if you want to stay loyal to Portronics, or if you like that form factor and you want a speaker with a dedicated bass mode, then that is something you should definitely check out. Okay, so up next, now we move up a little in price and get into the more powerful speakers. And now what I have with me is the Boardstone 1200, which is this guy right here. Now, obviously, I have reviewed this on my channel, and you should check out that review if you want to learn about its sound quality in detail and get a listen to the sound test for yourselves. But I would just say that this has been one of my longest companions when it comes to me doing my workouts or enjoying movies or just listening to music and wanting that punch. The Boardstone 1200 has got the perfect balance of looks, build quality, features, and above all, really nice, impactful sound. The bass is good, the highs and mids are beautifully balanced, and it's just something that really makes your music listening sessions all the more enjoyable. And it's even perfect for listening to in groups. And it supports true wireless stereo. So if you can get two of these, it's even better. So the Boardstone 1200, check out my dedicated review, and is definitely something I highly recommend if you want something that has the perfect blend of bass, looks, longevity, and overall value for money. All right, so the last speaker for today is going to be something that is around 4,700 rupees, and it is worth every penny. Whether it's because it sounds amazing, whether it's because it's one of the best bass that you're going to get for that price range, the battery life, the build quality, the impact of the sound, and that is the Zebronic Zeb Sound Feast 500. Now, this guy is pretty huge and heavy, but there's a reason why it's so big. It's because it's got a lot of space for the air to move about. So the bass response is phenomenal. The highs, the mids are great. I mean, overall, the sound, when you're listening to a bass heavy music or watching movies through this, overall, with the build quality, it's a hefty package. And for 4,700 rupees, I think it is a steal. And anything you listen to using that just sounds amazing. So if your budget is up to 5,000 rupees, for 4,700 rupees, the Zebronic Zeb Sound Feast 500 is something I would hands down recommend to anyone looking for that. So no doubts about it. And obviously you can check out my dedicated review of the Zebronic Zeb Sound Feast 500 on my channel. Listen to the sound test, listen to what I have to say about this speaker in detail, and then if you do decide to pick it up, just go for it. You're not going to be disappointed. So guys, that basically summarizes what I pick, what I found in my studio, speakers that I have used personally and I would recommend, and I've given you the criteria and the dedicated reviews of all of these speakers that I've spoken about are available on my channel. So do look it up and listen to the sound test and what I have to say about it. And then you can decide which one's perfect for you. So guys, I hope this episode helped you choose, and please do check out the dedicated reviews and decide for yourselves. And like I said, whichever speaker you decide to pick up, please use the links given of these speakers in the description below to make your purchase. Not going to cost you anything extra. I promise you that, but you guys will be helping me run this channel and produce more such high quality and helpful content just for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys very soon in the next one. Cheers.